Hey, good morning. I'm a little late. I think this is actually due for yesterday, but in my 22 today video challenge, it's a kind of a challenging topic to talk about because it involved a friend of mine needing to get a restraining order. Um, she's doing all the right things right now. She's going through with what she needs to do to take care of herself and her child. And it's sad when um, the father, um, boy, he's misbehaving. It's I don't know him as well. I know him just a little bit, but golly, I wish I had more impact. I wish he was more willing and open-minded to get a glimpse of what he's doing and how he's actually what effect he's having with his choices and his behavior. Um, but my friend was asking for some straight up support, reminding her what she needed to hear. And like I said, she's doing all the right things now. She's listening to the people in the social services who are supporting her. She's listening to legal advice. She's going through with the restraining order she did. I mean, that was the thing that she had contacted me about yesterday. And yeah, it's hard. Yes, he was uncomfortable. He was more than uncomfortable. He was sad and angry and hurt, and he was crying. And of course, he's going to have those feelings. It's not flattering. In fact, it's humbling and embarrassing. And to have something like that served. The thing that felt the most abrupt for me to tell my friend, though, who was serving the restraining order, is that she was the one that needed to honor some restraint of herself, of her pattern of behavior that allowed this type of relationship to keep going on. And please, my comments here do not apply to everyone. I'm not trying to say that he is undeserving of such a hard consequence and boundary setting. He absolutely is. And she only has so much effect and power and control over him and his behavior. This piece of paper, this legal action, has some effect, but where she has the most effect for herself and her life and her serenity and her preservation, her self-care, is in her own choices. And the fact that she had to go to such an extreme action as to go through this process to get this order, I thought it was important for her to recognize that she also deserved some restraint on whatever it is that has for years compelled her to perpetuate this relationship. I don't know what the future is going to hold. God, I hope he gets a sense of what he's been doing, and I hope he becomes absolutely willing to change, because the person most that's losing the most is the child. And believe me, I could go on and on about him and his behavior and what he needs to change, but right now I'm talking to the person who I'm talking about the person who had to get this order, that she or whomever it is in that situation needs to change their own behavior. That's where they have the most power and freedom of choice. Of course, they can choose to continue with whatever it was they did to attract and develop that relationship, but obviously it's not working. So if you or someone else finds themselves in a situation where they need to take such an action, then please encourage them to also consider changing their behaviors and changing their habits and practicing some restraint. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thanks.